This would be the time that the priest would come up and they would state their registry. La Yashal. Imagine, which means to stand. Wapanya Hakwadam, and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamaya, Nathanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Habawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Habawakinawa, Wala'a, Nawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata'aparawa, La Awalumium, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Kusha, Nathalanawa, Hakak, Lava Pa'a, Machala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Habatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakwayim, Hamafyim, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Tawada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leprous, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Salakia, Anyanya, All Haharyim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Aizoria, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shemoraka, Hana, Na'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yashan, Shawamor, Yasa'ala, Yahweh, Shemoraka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamoraka, Makal Rai, Yashamor, Apnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaafka, Waba Wa'aka, Maita, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman. Salakia. In the English, I would lift up mine eyes into the hills, for which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth thee shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Tacharash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Wama Shanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya Irayumba, Sabad, Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amorwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoria, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Lab, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Bar Yak, Yakarafwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Wayashama Aliyam, Mawa'aba, Wahagoyim, Gabor, Wa'amawad, Wa'amalak, Pralashak, Amyashabya, Tazawar, Gama Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zabawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sawa'a, Kayabyan, Banahal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Narayatwa, Ka'ira, Wakazaaba, Wakazabak, Wakazazamanai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashor, Amorwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Afta Awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagaugala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Tabaira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Kalahat, Haryam, Khan, Taradama, Basairaka, Wabasawapaka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labarka, Al-Yawan, Al-Kala, Rataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zahab, yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Zamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shade, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. The blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahayim, Matazab Ya'ah, Alawak Yahana, ha Alawakyim, ha Saranyim, ha Kutazayanyim, ha Hayayayim, wa Ha'awakyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the water Aman. In the English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Bless, we're going to do bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha Allah, Waha, Baya, Saparium, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. What we just said in the English, just me up here, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Sar, which means to turn. The Shabim, which means to be seated. It means everyone can now be seated. All right, Shalom Israel. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right, under Commander General Yohana. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group nor any other Christian organization. So we're going to go ahead and read. We're going to actually go all the way to the end of Genesis 18. And then once we're done with Genesis 18, we'll start Exodus next week. We'll be in the book of Exodus, all right? So let's get it. So Genesis chapter 18, verse 1 in the Hebrew, all right? وَيَرَعَى عَلَى يَوَى يَحَوَى بَعَلْنَيَ Slaki Alanya, Ba'alanya, Mamara'a, Wahawa, Wahawa'a, like Wahawa'a, Yashab, Pasak, all, ahal, kahan, so like it, chacham, I believe that is right there, chacham, so like it, chacham, hayawam. Verse 2, where shayat, it's like it, where sha'a, ayyan yawa, where ra'ah, it's like where ra'ah, wahana, shalasha, nashim, natazabium, al yawa, where ra'ah, where rataza, la kora'ah, ma pathak, it's like a wa'ahal, where shathak, it's like a where shathakwa, rataza. Verse 3, where amar adunya, na'a, mataza'athya, khan, ba'ayan yaka, al na'a, sa'aibar, ma'al, ibadka. Verse 4, where kwak na'a, ma'ait, mayum, it's like it, warachataza, like it, rachataza, rachataza wa, when regal yakum, wahasha'ain wa, the chat, ha'aitaza. Verse 5, it's like it, wa'akak, wa'akwakak, pa, laham, it's like a laham, wasa'id, wasa'idwa, lab come, like a lab come, achar, da'ibarwa, kaya, al khan, irabathma, al, ibad come, waya amorwa, khan, da'isha, ka ashar, the bar, it's like it, the bar, verse 6, waya mahar, abraham, ha'ahala, al shara, waya amar, maharya, shalash, sha'ayim, it's like a sa'ayim, kwamak, salah, lawashya, wa aishaya, igwat. Verse 7, wa all habakwar, rataza, abraham, wa yakwak, ban bakwar, rock, it's like a rock, kind of rock, it's like a watawab, wa yathan, al, hanair, wa yamahar, la ashara, afwa. All right. Genesis chapter 18, verse 1 in the English. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. Verse 2. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself toward the ground. Verse 3. And said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Verse 4, let a little, it's like it. Verse 4, let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. Verse 5, and I will fetch a morsel or bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on, for therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, so do as thou hast said. Verse 6, and Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah, and said, make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. Verse 7, and Abraham ran unto the herd, and fetched a calf tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it. Genesis chapter 18, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wayaquat, Hama'a, Wachalab, Waban, Habaquar, Ashar, Aisha, Wayathan, Lapanyahum, Wahawa'a, Aimad, Al Yahum, Sakhaf, Ha'itaza, Waya'akalwa. Verse 9. Waya Amar wa Aljawa Aya Shara Ashafka Waya Amar Hana Baha'al. Verse 10. Waya Amar Shawab Ashawab Aldika Ka'ith Khaya Wahana Ban La Shara Ashara Ashafka Washara, Shemai, Pathak, Wa'ahal, Wahawa'a, Acharyawa. Verse 11. Wa'abraham, Washara, Zaquanyam, Bayamyam. It's like it, Bayamyam. Chadal, La Hayawat, Hayat, La Hayawat, like it, La Hayawat, La Shara, Arak, Kanashim. Verse 12. Whether Tazak, it's like it, whether Tazakak, Shara, Bakorab, Wakarabas, like it, Bakorabah, La Amor, Akarya, Balafia, Hayatala ya Aidana wa Adanya Zakwan. Verse 13. Wa Yamar Yahawa al Abraham Lama Za Tazakakwa Shara la Amar Ha'ap Aman Amanam. It's like Amanma ala Alak. All it's like all Alad. It's like that's Alad. Alad. Alad Wa'anya Zakwanafia. Verse 14. Haya Pala'a Mayahawa Dabar. Yes, like it Mayahawa. Like it. Mayahawa Dabar Lama'id Ashawab Alyaka Ka'ith Khaya Wala Shara Ban. Genesis chapter 18. Now we're going to read in the English. Genesis chapter 18, verse 8 in the English. And he took butter and milk and the calf which he had dressed and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. Verse 9. And they said unto him, Where's Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. Verse 10. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah, thy wife, shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. Verse 11. And Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Verse 12. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also. Verse 13. And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a surety bear a child, which am old? Verse 14. Is anything too hard for the Lord? At that time appointed, I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. All right. We'll get verse 15. All right. Starting with the Hebrew. In the Hebrew, Salakia. Whether Kakash, Sharab, La Amar, La Tazachakwa, Ya, Kaya, Yara'a, Waya Amar, La Tazachakwa. Verse 16. Waya Kwamwa, Mashma, like it, Masham. It's like a masham ha anashium waya kwap. It's like a waya shakwab wakwap. It's like a waya shakwap wa al panya Saddam front of Sodom Saddam wa Abraham halak imam la la shah laham. It's like it la shalakma. All right, la shalakma. It's like it imam la shalakma. Verse 17. Wa Yahweh Amar, Hama Kasa, Anya, Ma Abraham, Ashar, Anya, Aisha. Verse 18. Wa Abraham, Haya, Yahweh, Lagoya, got a wall, Wa Aitazawam, Wana rock, it's like a, Wana Barakwa, Bawa, Kal, Goya, Ha'arataza. Verse 19. Kaya Yadaif Yawa Lama'ain Ashar Yatazawa Ah Banyawa Wa Ah Bayatwa Akhar Yawa Wa Shamarwa Darak Yahawa La Aishawa La Aishawa Aishawa. It's like a La Aishawa to the Kwa Wama Shapat Lama'ain Haba Yahweh Al Abraham Al for sure the bar Al Yawa. Verse 20. Waya Amora Yahweh Zaiquaf Saddam Wa Imara Kaya Rabah Wa Khata'afma Kaya. But it's like a Kabada Ma'ad. Verse 21. Our da na'a wa our kataza ike. It's like it. It's like it. What kataza ikwat ha kata. It's like it kota. Haka aitaza kota. Ha ba'a al ya aisha wa kala wa la'a adai. All right. Starting at verse 15. We're going to start at verse 15 and continue in the English. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh. Verse 16. And the men rose up from this and looked toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. Verse 17. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Verse 18. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. Verse 19. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. Verse 20. And the Lord said, by the way, sidebar, if you want to use for the officers out there, all right, that verse 19 is a perfect cut for those Muslims believing, thinking that Abraham taught Ishmael any goddamn thing. All right. Abraham did not teach Ishmael a damn thing when it came to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High passed down. That was straight to Isaac, and Isaac to Jacob, and so far and so forth. That's just a sidebar. Verse 20. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous. Verse 21. I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. All right. Verse 22 in the Hebrew. Wayapanwa masham ha'anashim wayalakwa sadama wa Abraham. I would danwa aiman la panya Yahweh. Verse 23. Wayagash Abraham Waya Amar Ha'ap Dasapa Tazadak Tazadayak Aim Rashai. Verse 24. Wa'al Yash like a Yash Hamashim Tazadayak Ma Pathaka like a Patharka. No, that's the wak. So like it. Bathawak. Ha'ayar. Ha'ap. Dasapa. Wala. It's like a wala'a. Dasha'a. Lamakwam. Lamakwam. Lama'ain. Hamashim. Ha tazadayakma. Ashar. Bakoraba. Verse 25. Halala, Laka, Ma'aisha, Kadabar, Hazah, Lahamayat, it's like it tells it the yak, Aim, Vashai, Wahaya, Katazadayak, Barashai, Halala, Laka, Hashapat, Kal, Ha'aratazala'a, Ya Aisha Mashapat. Verse 26. Wa ya Amar Yahwa Amataza'a Basadam Hamashim Tazadayakma Fasawak Ha'ayar Wanasha'afya Lakal Hamakwam it's like it. Ibar. Ibawar. It's like it. Ibawar. Ibawarma. Ibawarma. Verse 27. Waya Ain, Abraham, Waya Amar, Hana, Na'a, Hawa Alafia, Ladabar, Al, Adanya, Wa Anakia, Ipar, Wa Apar. Verse 28 in the Hebrew. Awalya, Chasarwan, Hamashim, Ha Tazadayakma, Hamasha, Hatashapya, it's like a Hamasha. Av, Karl, Ha'ayar, Waya Amar, La'a, Ashakya, Amataza'a, Amataza'a, Sham, Arabayim, Wachamasha. All right. Start at verse 22. All right, we're going to start at verse 22 in the English. And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before the Lord. Verse 23. And Abraham drew near and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Verse 24. Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? Verse 25. That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. That be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? Verse 26. And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sake. Verse 27. And Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Verse 28. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous, will thou destroy all the cities for lack, or 5 of 5. And he said, If I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. All right, we're going to go all the way to 33. We're going to finish it off. We're going to start at verse 29. Verse 29 in the Hebrew, Wayasat Iwad La the bar Alwa Waya Amar wa Alya Yamataza Awan Sham Arabayam Waya Amar La Aisha ba Ibawar ha Arabayam. Verse 30, Waya Amar Al Na'a Yahar La Adanya wa Abad. It's like Adabar. It's like a it's like a wa Dabara. A wall. It's like an Alya. Yamataza Awan. Sham. Shalashim. Waya Amar La'a Aisha. It's like a Mataza. It's like a Mataza'a. Sham. Shalashim. Verse 31. Waya Amar Hana Na'a Ha'awalafya. Ladabar Al Adanya Awalya Yamataza Awan Sham Aisharyam Waya Amar La'a Ashakya Ba'ibawar Ha Aisharyam. 32 Waya Amar Al Na Yahar La Adanya Adabar Adabara like your Ad Ak like it Hapa'an Alya Yamataza Awan Sham Aishara Waya Amar La'a Ashakya Ba'ibawar Ha Aishara. Verse 33 Wayalak Yahweh Ashar Kala Ladabar Al Abraham Abraham Shab La Maquam it's like a La Maquamwa. All right. Start at verse 29 in the English. Genesis 18 and 29. And he spake unto him yet again and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. Verse 30. And he said unto him, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it, if I find 30 there. Verse 31. And he said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will destroy it for 20's sake. Verse 32. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. Verse 33. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. All right, so we're gonna pick up in chapter 19 after this. All right, for next week, eventually leading to Exodus. All right. With that, I say Majim, which means to stand, just us up here. It will be time that the priests and all the brothers will come up and they will salute the Torah. La Yashala. Amadi, which means to stand. But Panya Hakwadum and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh Malakaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, the Thunder Nawa, Lacham, Kal Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawak Nawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'a Nawa, Banasayawan, Abo, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wa'ata'apawa, La Awalamya, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, and forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahawashi, Babu Kosha, Athana Nawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lava Pa'a, Hamakala, Wakal Marawa. Let me see here. Hakak. It's like Makal Marawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamad Zariah, Hakak, La Hakwiyam, Hamafiam, Hakak, Al Vakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarashun, Ba'ashim Yahushua, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against all clean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'a, Ayanya, All Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ay, Yanawam, La'ay, Yashan, Shabamaya, Sha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ay, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamor, Kamakau Rai, Yashamor, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaafka, Wabuwa'aka, Ma'aita, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Dacharash, Wa Al Dashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayavyaka, Yahama Yawan, Mama Shanayaka, Nasha'awa, Va'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya'arayamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Mogoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, La, Yahadwa, Alyaka, Baryaf, Yakorakwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Wayashama'alayam, Maba'aba, Wahagariam, Kabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashaf, Am Yashabya, Tazawar, Gama Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawawai, Lavanya Lawat Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadyan, Kasaya Sava'a, Kayabyan, Badahal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Narayamawa, Ka'irab, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabak, Wakazazalmanai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amorwa, Nayarashala, Nawa Afna Awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, the Panya Raka, Ka'ash, the Ba'ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harden, Khan, the Ragatma, Wasa'iraka, Wabasawapafka, Sabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamkaya, Hawaya Bashwa, Wayabahalwa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Ata, Shamkaya, Hawalabadka, Al-Yawan, Al-Kala, Rataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make the nobles like Oreb, and like the Ed, yea, all their princes as Abba, and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. On my power, make them like a wig, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flames set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone, art the Most High, over all the earth. So be it. The blessings in the Hebrew, Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shah, wa Yamaka'ala, wa Alahaya, wa Tazav Ya'ah, Alawat Yahana, ha Alawatyam, ha Saranyam, ha Kotazayanyam, ha Hayayayam, wa A'awafyam, Yahweh, wa Hashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. The curses, blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, listen to us now, right now, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek, synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pazakamatazi, the alternative movement, alternative style, lifestyle movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plagues take the house of the thief and the unaliver. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always, so be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha Allah, Waha, Bayah, Saparia, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. What we just said, just me up here in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect. In the name of our loved ones, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Sar, which means turn. Yeshavian for the sisters. The sisters can now be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courteous salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Barakatah, Yana Matah, Sar Al-Ahwakim, Ahwakim, Amadim, which means to stand, y'all can now stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Al-Thun Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Yana Matah. With that, class dismissed.